3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to just like loosen up.
You know what? I think we're gonna be friends.
Don't do that. Welcome back, everybody, to Deep Talks. We are back in the studio. We got Gilbert.
Hello.
And myself and me. First of all, we have a lot of things to talk about that just happened, honestly. And, dude, let's recap this week real quick. It's my birthday week.
Oh, yes, it was. Yeah.
I know, I forgot to.
It's more like, what can I say? How can I say this? More exciteful for you, for sure.
Yes.
It was like a good week for you.
I never celebrate my birthday.
Yeah,
At least
yeah.
I try not to, because it always gets complicated, right?
Yep.
I don't know if I talked about this yet on the Deep Talks podcast, but it's just the thing that, like, I would celebrate with my mom or my dad, whoever like wanted to celebrate with me, right?
Yeah.
But it got so complicated that, like, if I would go to my dad, then my mom would be like, "Hey, I invited all of your friends. Where are you?" And I'm like, "I told you I was going to be at my dad's." And then if I go to my dad's, if I go to my mom's, my dad's like, "We have a party for you here. Where are you at?" I'm like, "I'm at my mom's. I said I would be here with her."
Yeah.
You know, so I would tell him these things, and it's like, I don't lie to people. And that's my biggest fucking hindrance, is that, like, I'm like, I tell them, like, hey, this is where I'm going to be at. This is what I'm going to fucking do. So this year I said, I'm just going to leave.
Yeah.
I'm going to go somewhere.
Was your dad going to do something for you?
They wanted to just do like pozole at the house, but my fear was that what they usually do, or what they have done for the last other birthdays for other people, for like my siblings and for my sister and everyone, they just invite all of their friends.
Yeah.
And
nobody
like,
that you personally know.
No, I know
or
them.
Like
I know of them. I don't like them.
Yeah. People that you want to talk to, you know, or want in your presence.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know of them, but I wouldn't like to talk to them at all. Like, there's no fucking reason for that. So for me, that's why I'm like, I like intimacy. I like it when it's just family. When it's just like one or two people or tops. So when we went on Wednesday, we were supposed to do something with my sister, but I'm like, you know what? I mean, I'm down for whatever, obviously. But I was like, I think I want to celebrate it with people who actually want to celebrate it with me. Yeah. So that's why I invited people out. Yep. And we did Kyoto for the first time. Like, for my birthday, I'm like, that was fucking pure.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
That was super actually fun. Like, wow, we're having like
yeah, it was a lot of shit going on. Even like a lot of people, like half the people didn't eat, which is fine, but we actually like were able to have a really good conversation all the way around.
Man, why didn't they eat? That was my biggest question.
Well, Kevin, not to throw Kevin under the bus here, Kevin the Menace, everyone knows Kevin from EBS. He was actually in the studio. He was in Twin Chickens podcast. Mm-hmm. He's a picky eater for the fact of like, he's already tasted the only foods he will ever have to eat for the rest of his life.
Okay, I thought it was like money issue at first. I was like, oh, dude, I was gonna be like, yo, if you want something, I could cover you.
Nah, he's set.
Or I thought it was just like he ate already. So I was like,
he's pretty set. It's just that, why would he eat anything else if he knows exactly which food he likes? So he doesn't need to eat anything else ever again.
Was that the same way with the other two?
No, they're broke.
Oh, so I could have covered them if they said something.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's up to you if you want.
Yeah, I didn't know that. See, I feel like if somebody spoke up or said something like, "Oh yeah, I'm hungry," like, "Oh yeah, I got you. Don't worry. Just get me next time." That's fine. But
but they would never pay you back.
That's fine.
They're broke.
I mean, I can't really like be a loan shark and be like waiting for people to be like, "Oh, you gotta pay me back." It's kind of just like, I did it. You ate for a day. Yeah, you're good.
That's how it is. That's why, like, I mean, they were just there to come out, and I was not expecting that, but honestly, it was a really good time. Mm-hmm. And Clarice, my tattoo artist, came over. Yes. Which was fucking dope, man. I like that she's just, we went to go get your tattoos done, actually. If you want to show the camera.
Did we not already?
No, I don't know if we did.
We talked about it.
We talked about it.
I did. I got my knuckles. I got my parents' dates on my knuckles.
That's what I'm saying. It's been a busy fucking week, hasn't it? Yeah. So we got yours done on Tuesday, I think, or Monday, right?
Was it this week? No, it was not this week.
It was the week that just passed.
Last week, yeah.
It's been like 4 or 5 days now, so I want to say it's either Monday or Tuesday we went to go to get your shit done. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was Tuesday. Because then the next day we went to go out to eat.
It was Tuesday.
This is what I'm saying. This is a busy fucking week. And yeah, so when we went to go get your tattoos, your hand tattoos, Clarice was just like, yeah, just tell me what time to show up. I'm like, really? Like, she's like, yeah. I'm like, well then fuck you.
Yeah, come out
time.
to eat.
Come out.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to have all my friends there, but like, I mean, that's almost impossible because everyone has lives and shit.
Yep. Yoshi was out there. Blake didn't come.
Blake had was with his mom, I believe. He had a prior engagement, so he had other stuff to do.
And then he had the keyboard that day, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was busy as fuck.
Okay.
So aside from that, what was it? Thursday happens. What happens Thursday? I forget what happened Thursday. I think that's when we went to go to get your fucking license. Yeah, because Wednesday after we went to go out to eat to Kyoto, we tried to go out to Uptown, which is like an arcade.
Yes, afterwards.
Dude, and this guy was just doing his job, but I mean, you had your license expired. I don't want to throw you under the bus, but
no. Yeah, it was expired for like a month.
Yeah.
It expired on my birthday. I completely forgot that I've been driving without an expired license. And then we tried to go to Uptown, which is an arcade for a lot of people that don't know, here in Minnesota, Minneapolis. Super cool place. It was fun. I go in there and they're like trying to scan it, and I didn't put my thumb over the expired date.
Yeah, and well,
I didn't know
what you
what
were
was
trying to do
going
was like, I mean, all he wanted to do was scan the back, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, and you were trying to like, well, do I do it this way or this way? You kept flipping it both ways. But even when you were doing that, I don't know how the fuck he saw your thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit wasn't clipped. Mine was clipped because I just got a new license. I had to get it on my birthday.
That's why I was confused. I was like flipping it, and he was just like, "Oh well, I can't accept it because it's expired." And I'm like, "Well,
how did you catch that?" That's what I'm saying. Like, how did you know that?
I'm just like, whatever. I was like, I was annoyed. I was just kind of like, dude, it's only expired 1 month. It's not a year. It's not anymore. It's just 1 month.
Yeah. But I think that's just their general. I mean, like, so when I was at Chipotle, right?
Yeah.
They had this thing. I mean, it didn't make sense to me at the time when I was doing like checking IDs for like people getting alcohol, because you see a really old motherfucker walks in and like he's like, "Can I get a Corona?" And I'm like, "Sure." And as I was like my first time, right, I was running cash register, and my manager would be like, "Hey, you need to ask him for his ID." And I'm like, "Why the fuck do I need to do that? I can obviously tell he's old."
Yeah.
Like he did it. He's alive. He should get a beer.
Yeah.
Like. It's obvious, and the camera can see it, everyone can see it, but that's not the reason for it. This person might not be a legal citizen. He might not be a how do I say this, he might have felonies, he might have other stuff. The ID check is a system. And like people just go, "Oh, okay, you're good," and then that we don't think about it twice. But the main thing to check is that they can drink and they're legal to drink. So then what happens is, like, if that old guy goes out after drinking, let's say he has one too many and he goes out drinking, and then he gets like impaled by a car as he's driving, or he hits someone, that gets back to the person who sold the alcohol. At least I think so. I don't think so. Well, that's the way that they were explaining it to us, because I mean, obviously in the moment it doesn't, none of those things clicked, right? Yeah. None of those things are going to lead back to that place. But it's like, I think it's more of a guilty conscience that, like, it's just these easy things that we can just easily do, so we can avoid all those things. Yeah. I think that's what it's for.
I think they just check it, like, at Holiday. They just check it to make sure they don't get sued. Yeah. Because there's practice where they'll send undercover kids, and you're supposed to ID them.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like a procedure. It's just policy. You have to check an ID.
And that's my other thing too, is that we had ghost shoppers that would like ask for beers, and you would have to ask your ID. And if you didn't do that, then that goes back to the restaurant. Like, how are you not asking for IDs?
I've had a ghost shopper at one of my works.
For what?
Prior work. Not to get too much into detail because it's like confidentiality. Yeah. But the kid offered me money. Try to bribe me, and I was just like, I knew he was a secret shopper. I was supposed to do the procedures, and I go like, hey, I'm not gonna do them because
you failed everything.
No, because we're so busy right now. It's so packed. He picked the worst time to fucking come in, and I was just like, yo, I can't do all of these right now, so I'm gonna let you slide. Next time I will do these procedures with you, but I'm not taking your money. I'm like, I started to laugh at the kid. I was just like, are you fucking serious right now? I'm like, yo, just take the drug test. Like, dude, come on, just take it. Like, you're cool.
Oh, he wanted
not to get too much into detail. Yeah. Just drug test. And I was just like, we're good. All right, cool. And I'm like, let's go. And he's just like, no, I'm out. Fuck this. Didn't want to take it. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's cool.
So you knew he was a secret shopper?
A secret shopper, yeah. I didn't give a fuck, though.
But did you pass?
They said the only thing I passed was not taking the money. Besides, I had to do the procedures of like mouth swab and like
and you didn't
take the samples. No, I didn't fucking have. No, I'm just like, dude, just fucking do this real quick. Like, get this shit over with. I got more important people to deal with that I see on a daily basis.
But I think that was the main thing, is that you actually screened them properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I failed that.
Yeah.
I should have just took the 50. Because I flipped. I remember my boss was just like, oh, yeah, you didn't pass, but you didn't take the 50. I said, fuck this job. I don't want to work here no more. And then I worked there for like another month, I think, and I quit. So like, fucking cool. Some other bullshit came up and I left.
Yeah, it's all good. It happens. So yeah, that was Thursday, which I took you to the fucking... like after that, I'm like, okay, we need to get your fucking license straight up. Because when I went to go get mine, I thought it was gonna be a big fucking hassle.
Yeah.
Because you can get, currently here in Minnesota, you have 3 different licenses you can get. You can get the standard, you can get the fucking premium, or whatever the fuck it is. You get 3 different licenses. The other ones are for like flying in-house domestic, and one for international flying.
Yeah, the real ID.
Yeah, exactly. So there's like 2 other ones, but I'm like, I just want the standard one. I'm not gonna fly out anytime soon. At least I don't think so.
Yeah.
So when I found out it's only $32, I'm like, oh well, then let's just fucking go get yours away. Yeah. So we just did that, and then we started my thing that I've been wanting to start for the longest time. NFTs.
Oh. I thought you were going to talk about Ghostbusters or something. Because you went to go do that as well.
I did. I went to go see Ghostbusters on Thursday. No.
Friday,
yeah.
Without me.
Yeah, you're salty.
No, go ahead. Continue. Continue with the NFT.
I don't know, man. It's like, I would love people to come out with me. It's just like, I don't know who cares.
I was jealous.
I know. Well, now that I know that,
like, this man knows I'm inside my house right now sleeping. I'm like,
for the next movement, go.
Ghostbuster.
We'll figure it out. Anyway, well, we could actually go see that sometime. Actually, yeah. Anyway, what was it? Thursday happens. Oh yeah, NFTs. So finally, I was trying to figure out how to do NFTs, and I figured them out. It's actually a lot. It's very difficult. Because you don't know where to post, so you can do the gasless fee. Basically, you have to pay to like move, basically convert this energy to post your NFT and all that shit. Dude, there's so much to it, right? It's a very complex system. It's not just go to the famous site and just post NFTs. Like, it's not like that. Yeah. There's so much more to it. And in this week, I've learned everything that I needed to know to how to print and how to make them and mintable and whatever the fuck. We have NFTs right now.
Yeah, we have. We have NFTs up for sale.
Yeah.
I have a shitty one up there.
Yeah.
And then you have 2 good ones.
Yeah.
Which is just like,
it's fun. The Luna. I believe people already seen it, but like I'll leave a link down there so you can actually see my shop, which will have your stuff in there, which will have many more things on there as well.
Yeah.
Because this is the industry I've been trying to get in, and I found 2 sites where we can just mint them, as in like post them and shit.
Yeah. Without
paying the fee right up hand. We pay them at the end when they sell.
Which people don't know about.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have a clue about it.
I was stuck on that for like months, man.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do.
Like, other YouTubers leave that out.
Yeah.
Or like other people that are making videos about NFTs just leave it out. And I'm like, what?
I mean, like, you search so many, unless you know exactly what to search for. This is what I'm saying. Unless you know the answers to the questions. For example, are the questions that lead to the right answers, if that makes sense. For example, I want to make NFTs. That's a question.
Yeah.
Not, I want to make NFTs gasless. That's an even better question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you don't know that until like some fucking person just brings it up, and there you go.
I try to explain NFTs to somebody, and I don't think they understand it. So I just basically told them
NFTs are really broad.
I'm like, I'm selling art or music online.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, it's like a museum. Think of me that. Like, that's it.
Yeah, but through crypto. It's not through USD.
Right.
USD.
Which could be though, right? Those were the options.
Yeah, it has 2 options to it. I mean, that's just to convert in a way that you can see it.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's just a conversion chart that you can see it there. But essentially, yeah, you're selling. Anything could be fucking NFTs or whatever the fuck. But it's more the fact of not the creativity, because the creativity for most of these things are fucking garbage, and they're selling, and that's where I saw the potential.
Yeah,
that people could just make straight up garbage and it sells.
I've seen somebody sell a nipple for $15.
That's what I'm saying. But I've seen other people sell I don't know, like a squiggly line for like $10,000. Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? It almost feels like what we were talking about, either with Yoshi or with you, that these NFTs are cover arts, so that other people can use them for what I mean. Once you buy it, it's yours,
right.
And you can download this file, and now it's like essentially we just traded electronically an art form of whatever, if it's music or whatever, and now it's yours. You can use it for whatever you want.
Right.
Download it,
solely
print
yours
it out.
too.
Exactly, and it's solely yours. You have the rights to it.
Yeah.
You can print it out, put it on a label. It's out there. It's yours.
Yeah, I can't copyright you. I can't sue you. I can't do anything about it. So once it's sold, it's sold. It's
exactly.
yours.
And that's the best way to put it. It's such a fucking broad topic, but we started that. So I'll leave a link down there so you could actually check it out. But that is actually like what I want to do, because if I just sell one or two, I'm set for months.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
There's also this like other stuff that happens at the back end when you actually sell an NFT. You have to pay the gas fee, obviously, but then you have to pay the transaction fee to transfer things out. At the end of the day, that's why I have mine at a higher bid, so that I can cover all that stuff and I'll still be good.
Right.
That's the only reason why they're priced so high. But in any case, you can check them out later. So Friday comes along, and Friday, what did we do Friday?
I didn't do anything. I stayed home.
Yes. That's when I went to go see Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yep. But you've been home, obviously, because you're still taking a break from your job at the moment.
They call me like this week. They've called me to come back to work this week, and I'm like, I got things to do. I'm busy. I'm doing side projects, which is the NFTs, and I'm like, I don't have time right now to invest. I don't have time right now to invest in the actual real world. I have time to invest in the crypto world.
Yeah.
So,
and that's where we're at right now.
That's where we're at.
I mean, Friday, that's what I'm saying. For movies, I usually don't invite people out because I don't think people would want to care, and it's this hassle. Like, I'm ready to go. I'm spontaneous like that. You know what I mean? I'm a very
You're used to going by yourself.
I'm used to not planning.
Oh, I see. So you're just like, Ghostbusters out, let me get my stuff and let go.
Yep.
I got you.
I literally woke up and I'm like, okay, what time was the earliest I can see Ghostbusters so I can knock that out and go back to making NFTs.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, 2:30, done.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
And I booked it the second I woke up.
Yeah. What time did you catch it? How long was the movie again?
The movie's 2 hours.
That's fucking
It's long. Actually really good.
It's long. It's a long movie.
Yeah, but it's actually, like, it goes by pretty quick, and I would want to go see it again. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
So that was Friday.
Yep, and then Saturday, oh boy.
Yeah, Saturday was a lot.
Saturday was
a lot.
It was, a lot for sure.
A lot.
So, my guitarist for my band, for Skeleton Crew, actually, before that, Ciao, my single came out.
Oh yes, yeah. Your song came out.
The fucking single, you know.
Good shit.
Yeah. So single came out, dude. I posted that shit on fucking. Well, I tried getting it all ready for Thursday, but Friday is when I put it out, and it literally came out on Spotify the next day, and I'm like, okay.
Is there a time wait? I don't understand that.
Supposedly 3 to 5 days.
Oh, and it came out the next. Okay.
And I'm
That's actually really nice.
That is actually really cool, man. Yeah. And I didn't know until Graham's girlfriend. We went to the show. Graham's girlfriend came up to me. She's like, "Hey, your song came out. Why didn't you tell me that your fucking song came out?" I'm like, my song came out. What are you talking about? And she's like, I just listened to it this morning. I'm like, how the hell did you know about that?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, like, Graham didn't tell me. So I'm like, yeah. And I'm like,
how did she know the name? That's what I'm confused.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, how did you even know? You don't follow me on Instagram.
I'm telling you,
Snapchat or anything.
They must have talked about it.
They must have.
Or they played it, one or the other.
And
she just know. That's probably what it was.
That's
probably played it like, hey, look, this is because he's in the song, right? He's playing guitar in the song.
No, I play all the parts except for the synth.
Oh,
so Blake came over. He added the synth, but I taught him every. But
it's a song that all you guys are going to play together in the band.
Yeah. I taught everyone the parts. The way I make music is I make it myself, because for most people it's hard to be on the spot and actually make something good.
Right.
So I have the freedom and the instrumentations here where I can just work on it.
So Skeleton Crew, you individually, or is it the band?
It's me.
Okay, got you. So
I'm organizing. Basically, I'm essentially organizing bands to come in and out to this thing, because I want new people to come in eventually. You know what I'm saying?
So Skeleton Crew is your identity. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was. It's like, okay, it's me but the band. As in like
me and the band. Yeah.
Okay, got you.
And this is the current band for alternative rock.
Okay.
But when I switch it around so that it's like more, if I ever wanted to play like Los Angeles Azules, basically like a kumi beat.
Yeah.
I would switch out people that know those instruments, so I don't have to teach.
Got you.
Because it's all on me.
Yeah, got you.
Know what I mean?
Okay.
Because who like they just don't have time to put the work in to make these things, so I'm just gonna find other people to just keep coming in and out.
Okay.
What I'm trying to do is something that's a lot different from most people, though. Like, I'm actually trying to build different bands for different venues as a headliner. Because I can.
Okay. I was going to say, like, wouldn't you want to stick to, like, one thing as a band and, like, just try to push your way through?
I can.
Making a big scene?
I can.
Because I feel like that's a lot of work to do, like, multiple songs and multiple, like, bands.
Yeah, but...
It's like one day you got the Quince, the other day you have, like, a White Bear.
But that's what I want to do.
That's fucking kudos to you.
That's what I want to do.
That's a lot. I'd be like dying of like,
no.
How do I play this song again? Like,
no, but that's what I want to do. So I've mastered I call it the master of one philosophy. I told you about this before.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't. I'll never be good at anything, but as long as I know that I can center myself in a way that I can learn something decently, that I could be good or not, decent at it. So I can just learn more things and just be like, okay, this is how I know I can be good here. I will never be great, but I'll just be good, if that makes sense. So I can learn things very fast. I can learn things very easy and just keep going with the projects. But currently that's where it's at. Is I want to build a label in an industry, like something for later. But I mean, once I sell an NFT,
right,
that's it. Like now I can actually start doing these things and push more into it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not for everyone, obviously, but yeah. And then Saturday comes along. So I don't like going to these shows. I just have so much anxiety going to see other bands play because I'm like, why the fuck can't I do that? You know what I mean? I have all of these things running through my head. But when you came over, or when I went to go to your mom's house, we were eating what's it called, pozole, and we were having birthday party for Jocelyn and Miguelito. So your siblings. Your siblings, yeah.
Yeah, for my siblings.
Yeah, which was actually really good food.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of what, like, I guess the media are like pozoles.
Yeah.
It was alright. I just like the rice. I was like, let me just eat this.
Oh, you're not, I guess you're not, in terms of food, like, that's your favorite one, right? It's just rice?
No, it's just that I'm like, it's so weird. I don't know. It's just sometimes I'm not like, it's not that her food is bland. It's just that, like, I don't like it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just don't. It's not like pickiness. Like, I don't mind it. I could eat it if I had to, but it's just like, I'm just not, it wouldn't be my first choice.
Oh,
like,
okay.
It wouldn't be like my thing to go for.
Your first choice, like other, like anything else or whatever.
Yeah. It's like a party dish at least.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, party dish for sure. Because like I can't do cake anymore.
I know I can't do cake either. That shit's so gross. Cake is so nasty.
It's so weird, dude. Like cake used to be so good for me. Like I used to love eating like so much sugar and that cake. I used to love just like eating that, not eating anything else. But now I'm repulsed by it.
Yeah.
I can't do cake.
It's so nasty. How do you feel about seeing everybody again?
Oh, that was great, man. I wanted to see more people, honestly.
What was the last time you saw all of them?
It's like literally New Year's or last year, I guess. And that was only...
No, that wasn't last year, dude.
No, sorry, like a couple years ago. But what I'm saying is like, even those people weren't even there. Like Ugo, I haven't seen Ugo, which is my one of my uncles from your side of the family.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a while, and he looks like Bin Laden, like straight up.
So, yeah, he grew his beard. I was like, Jesus, I've never seen him with the beard before. I was like, that was so weird.
Yeah.
Such a weird thing to see.
He has a kid now. He's married.
I'm pretty sure Walter still has his.
Yeah.
He looks bad.
Yeah. Oh, he looks horrible. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Ugo's married. He's got a kid. And then I meet the kid. The kid's 3 years old.
Yep. Yeah.
Holy shit.
So that's probably like, you haven't been there, I think, 4 years then, maybe 5.
I think so.
4 or 5.
I mean, I miss everyone. I want to go see them again, obviously, but like everyone's doing their own thing, I feel, and which is fine.
It's really rare that people like come over sometimes. It's always the same people, like my Tío Tony or like Casey.
Yeah. I see them on the regular, actually, more than anything.
I haven't really, other family members haven't come, and that's okay. Yeah. Busy. People are doing stuff.
Yeah, people are doing shit, yeah.
My Tío was showing us Hedar's baby.
Yeah.
And I was just like... but Miguel said, or who was it? Ugo was saying it to us. Ugo was like, "Oh, when are you guys gonna have your kids?"
Oh yeah, I told him like, I think we're just gonna get married and we're just gonna adopt a kid.
Yeah, I was just like, that's why I wanted to ask you. I'm like, do you think of having kids? Like, is that the point of where like,
dude,
are you gonna?
I've been waiting for this question.
Yeah, I've been waiting for fucking 2 weeks.
Giddy as shit.
Yeah.
So here's my fucking thing, right? I told you about Jacob, right? My long lost cousins from Chipotle or whatever. I went to go see his family, and his family's fucking massive, and it's nothing but like kids and their generation like love each other in a way that's the purest form of love I've ever seen. And when I saw that, I kind of hate that I seen it, because now it just put in my mind that I want that. But I forced it onto my siblings, and I forced it onto other people, where I'm like, I hurt myself in that, because I know that you can't make someone be someone that you want. You know what I mean? They're already their own person. They're their own identity, if that makes sense. So I can't force that to happen. Until, this is what my uncle told me. My uncle's a psychologist, and he handles all the kind of therapy shit. Yeah. He's like, you can't do that with these people, because they're, one, location, 2, you don't live with them, 3, they've already developed into a point where like the way that they're raised is a lot different than the way that you would raise your kids, obviously. So I'm like, when they told me that, like, shit clicked. I want my own family. I would want that. I would want to find a partner that I fucking love, that I actually care about. But just dump clips left and right. Oh, so she would be just pregnant 6-7 years, I guess.
What do you want? 7 kids?
Anybody? You remember Blade?
So many kids.
You remember Blade, the first movie?
Blade? Yeah.
There's this like really big dude that's like in the fucking warehouse. Yeah. That's how my wife would be like at the end of the year.
You're talking about like Jabba?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'll be like, another one. She'd be like, I saw one out there. You're color. And I'm
worst.
Like, another one. I'll turn on the lights. Ah!
You're the worst. That's so bad. That's so gross.
Anyway, yeah, all jokes aside, I want to be a dad so bad. But not right now.
Not right now?
No.
Hey.
I don't have money to support any of that shit.
What would be good for you then? What do you think? Because you're starting to be in your early 30s.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, like, when do you think?
I mean, it could happen today or tomorrow, but as soon as I start making money on the things that I want to do, and start pushing the band, pushing things a little bit forward, where it's like, now I'm living my dream, that's when I would have it. Right there's when I would have it, baby. And you know, it's not that difficult to meet chicks. That to me has never been a problem. To meet women, or even a partner. I should even say that in like a more not misogynistic way or whatever. I don't know, but just finding a partner has never been a difficult thing. What is difficult is just getting this to be better.
Right.
You know, the podcast is meant to be like another form of revenue for us later on once we actually make this bigger or whatever. But not right now. It would just kill me, if anything. I'd suffer more.
Having a kid?
Yeah, I'd suffer a lot more. Because I would try to take care of a kid and try to run a band in an industry altogether.
What would your if your wife was a doctor, made most of the income, you're basically a housewife?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Husband.
Yeah, done and done. Put a ring on that.
Nah, guy. Scum of the earth. Scum of the earth.
What about you?
Oh, I can't see myself having kids. It's kind of weird. Like having another.
You tell my 8-year-old brother to do drugs.
Yeah, see it. It's like I would like. I don't know. It's like me and my dad's relationship is like best friend relationship, right? Like he's like my best friend. He's my dad.
Yeah.
Biologically, but he's not my dad.
Yeah.
He's like my best friend.
He doesn't act like a dad.
Yeah, he doesn't act like a dad. So he just acts more like my best friend. So it's like, and our relationship is so good. Sometimes, besides the like when he does become dad, and has to punish me like as a child or was just like a complete asshole.
Yeah.
I want to be the same way with my kids.
You don't, or you do?
I do. Where it's just like I want to be like my kid's best friend, and then realize, when I am in dad mode, like you're a piece of shit. Like. Remember that.
Well, no, I think it's just the way that you were raised is a little different from... We were pretty much raised the same, honestly. But the way that you were raised versus the way I was raised, we have a different mentality of like how a father should be and how they should act, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the way I would do it is I would take the worst qualities of my father.
Yeah.
And I would remove those.
Yeah.
So, and then I put myself in the mentality of the child. This is how I was raising my siblings.
Yeah.
In a way, because like, if my dad would like come out and scream and that just made them cry, they wouldn't get the point.
Yeah.
So I would remove that aspect and be like, I would still go in there guns blazing, but in a way of like, this is what you did, and now we need to figure out why you did that and work our way back from that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like more talking, more understanding the person kind of shit. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like I would take those worst qualities out and just like take those out. Not to say that the people won't learn from those things. Like even like myself, like I learned a lot from those things.
Yeah.
But we're all going to fail and fuck up. It's just how we recover from that is the most important thing. The affirmations.
I think the only worst quality my dad's had was just like not showing more emotions or talking about it, really.
That's what I'm saying.
Other than that, nothing else really. I think like the disciplining part made sense.
Yeah, but like, you wouldn't know how to do that with your kids, right? Like actually how to connect with your kids is what you're saying. Are you afraid of that?
Of connecting with my kids?
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure I do everything great.
Right.
Like connecting with them, making sure that, but also yelling at them when they fucking fuck up.
Yeah.
Just like how my dad was. It was just like everything like... My dad did such a good job. Same with my mom.
Yeah.
I mean, for things go in fucking terrible ways in life, really.
Yeah, it happens.
But... they did a good job, and so like whatever my dad, the only flaw that he has is really just not expressing himself and talking about more about him. So it's like I want to talk to my kids about that more.
Yeah.
If I ever decide to have kids.
Yeah.
Because I'm more leaning towards the dog side.
And I think honestly the best thing to do is just to get a dog.
I think so. They listen. They love you.
They listen. They will always love you forever. That's why, like, the dog that I wanted was the corgi, like this one straight up a Cowboy Bebop, just a regular fucking corgi. Because those aren't that expensive from what I've seen. Mm-hmm. But I would want a corgi for sure as a dog.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't picture it. I just feel weird. Like, I think at this age is like people are having kids left and right.
Yeah,
and then I hate the thing of where parents or grandparents talk about their grandchildren. They're just like, look at my grandkid, or like parents themselves are like, look at my child, and I'm like, dude, I'm fucking not there yet, you know. I'm like, hey, there's probably like a family page somewhere else out there.
But you know, I get told that shit all the time too, though. I get told by everyone like, when are you gonna have kids? I'm like, not fucking now. I would tell them straight up like that, like, if I were to have a kid right now, it would probably destroy me. That's how it straight up. I always tell them that way, and every year it's the same. Like the people always just come up and like, "When are you gonna have a kid?" Like, not till I want to. Like, why do I have to have one?
I know it's so weird to think like, why don't you have a kid? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not following the statistics of.
Oh, we were talking about development of people though.
Yeah,
because like at a certain point, I can actually kind of understand how people don't have dreams because it's too hard to dream and too hard to do shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like at a certain point, people will just like, you know, I don't know how to say this. At a certain point, people will just grow up and they think that having a child, as we were talking about, they think that having a child would be like the best thing for them, right? But it's not true. At least I don't think so. The way that I think about like developing yourself is so that you need to be able to understand yourself and what makes yourself happy, what makes yourself sad, and basically learning all of these things so that if you do want to have a child, it's not out of like desperation. It's not out of like, I need to have a kid so that I can be happy. And it's usually people come up and like, they know they would have a child and they're not happy. Because they think having a child would solve all of their problems. And when they try to have a kid early in their life, like early 20s, the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think that, though. It's kind of like, like when I told you the story of my cousin, she thought having a baby was going to cure her depression and, like, cure everything. And she was just like, I don't need a man. I can do this all by myself. And then now, a year later, she still has depression. There's still big problems.
Yeah.
Now with all the issues that she has, now on top of that, it's a baby.
Yeah.
The responsibility of a child. Then on top of that, now you want a man because you have a child and you can't do it alone. And it's just like it's like things that we kind of already told somebody beforehand. Like you know, you should really think this through before anything. And you're just like, like no, let's just keep going.
That's what a lot of people are on right now. A lot of people just. Well, even my siblings, they want to have kids. And I'm like, you haven't even lived yet. You know Danny.
Oh, Jesus. They already know. They're just like, yeah, one day I want kids.
Yeah, but like one day, like tomorrow. And I'm like, you haven't lived yet. You haven't gone to college. If you want to go to college, I don't believe in college.
Well, that's because she's dating somebody, right?
Yeah.
So it's her first love.
I wouldn't say the first one, but it's a good one.
I was gonna say for her, it's probably her first love.
It's the best one, yeah.
Which, what is she, 16 now?
Yeah.
Which means they're at that age where hormones are kicking in.
Well, for sure, but like, I mean, when I was like that, I didn't want a kid. That's why I say, like, I'm probably the most ambitious person I've ever met. Yeah. I don't meet people like me all the time. Where having a kid is something I would love to have, but not right now. I have so many other things I want to do.
Right.
Having a kid would slow me down, is what I'm saying. But for them, they don't have dreams, goals, nothing.
But you have to see their household. Like, you have to see, like, the things they're surrounded with.
That's what I'm saying. The things that are surrounded with are kids.
Does Nye work?
Yeah.
What does she do?
She works at a church. She gets paid at a church.
Is it good pay or no?
Yeah, really good pay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, but then there's your dad that does just painting.
Yeah.
Those are the examples. They're not really, like...
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't have... You're right. They don't have those examples to see the other side of this other world.
Yeah.
That I have seen.
Yeah.
We have seen even some other shit. Like, holy fuck. Like, the things that people... I always am astounded that the things that people are able to do is insane.
I know. It's crazy, isn't it?
It's
like,
fucking wild.
This other side of, like, people do this on a regular basis.
Like, for example, I don't know, make engine parts.
Yeah.
And then ship them to fucking Mars.
Yeah. This is the norm.
Yeah, that's normal. And then they go to coffee and they go to McDonald's and they go back and they do shit. Like, it's fucking wild.
Yeah, like morning brunch. Yeah. Morning, what is it? Messus. What are those little drinks? Mojitos,
yeah.
Mojitos.
Yeah.
Wow, there's a drag show at like 12 in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like, what world are we living in?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm waking up to like cafe and pan at like fucking 10 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Watching like my fat cousin, that's the show of the day. That's the world, like, you know what I'm saying? So there's the two sides to that. That's amazing to me.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. But I just feel like people just have a certain development because they don't know anything else. Mm-hmm. They've grown either in poverty. I mean, obviously, like, poverty is its own thing, but like, they don't dream to become more because they just seem like, I just want a kid.
Yeah.
And then that's where, like, your development as a person. I developed myself when I went to college.
Yeah.
That was like in my 20s, early 20s, I should say. But my development as a person has like significantly grown because of that. Because I just had more exposure to life in general at that point. There's so much that happened.
So should we just say basically the most development they've ever had is when they were in the womb?
Yeah.
I'll be here all week, everybody. Yeah, thank you.
That's fucking horrible. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry.
Are you proud of that one?
That was a good joke.
Are you proud?
In my head, it was like, what's funny? This is going to be a killer joke.
You know what's funny is that I actually just got it now.
Yeah. Oh, you're the one. But you get it. 9 months of development. All right. Okay.
It's really good. I like it.
Awesome.
It's one of those dad jokes, honestly. Yeah.
I'll be here all week.
Yeah. So, and then that happens, right? That's why I think it's really important for people. If you find something you want to do, try to learn from like someone who's already doing it and deconstruct that, and then see if you can walk those steps.
Yeah,
easier said than done, obviously. But for me, I've always found that as soon as you start acting on things, doors will fucking open up. When we started looking at NFTs, fucking got on the right track, like literally on the right track.
Because you could also put your music up there too.
Yeah.
So that's like the awesome part about it.
It's fucking wild. It's fucking wild. But yeah, crazy shit like that. So that was recapping the fucking week. And yeah, like, we haven't even gotten to the show yet.
No, we haven't. We just got up to that part.
Yeah.
Spiraled on its own, but yeah.
No, it
was a question I've been literally trying to ask, like, last 2 weeks. Because it came up, we'll move off from it, but it came up from somebody asking me something, and it was just like, I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
And then I kind of had like a reflection of like, could I be a dad?
Yeah.
Like, I can't be a dad. Like, it's just, it's just like, it doesn't sit right with me yet.
Yeah.
People say it like, oh, you'll be a great dad. And I'm just like, like a little like, Dang.
What the fuck was that?
It was just like, I can't right now.
Yeah.
I don't feel it's the right time. Yeah. Not because of financial or not because it just something doesn't feel right. Yeah. And so I was just like, okay. That's why I was wondering about you. Like, do you feel like that too? Or is that just like, is it something completely different?
I mean, it's similar to you. Like I was saying, like it's one day.
Yeah.
Just not right now.
Yeah. Or maybe never for me. I've come to terms with it. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't. And whatever comes
Whatever
from
comes.
it. Yeah, I'll be happy no matter what.
Absolutely. Wait, wasn't it Friday we actually went to go play soccer?
Oh, we did go play soccer. Yeah,
it was Friday. I got hit in the balls, dude.
I did too.
Yeah,
right in the tip of the dick. Right in the tip of the dick.
No, I got hit. So I got hit in my left testicle. By the way, I woke up like every once in a while. It was just like.
You had to make sure your nuts were still there.
No, it would pulse. You know when like your balls hurt and they would pulse and it hurts? I would wake up in pain like that.
Oh, man.
So I was this morning. I was just like, like every other hour. It was just like,
you're a dead horse. You were tired. That's why I told you we shouldn't have played that hard.
No, I loved playing like that, man. Because after a while, the first like 5 minutes, I was dead. Or even the first game, I was fucking destroyed.
You like fell, and I thought to myself, maybe it's just don't get up.
Yeah,
just stay there, dude. Like you're gonna hurt yourself because like you could tear ligaments.
Yeah,
you could literally pull pull a muscle.
Yeah,
that is such the like worst thing you could do because then it ruins your night.
It does, yeah.
You're just like, you have to sit there now. It's just like cramped up.
But that's what I'm saying. Like when I get pushed around like that, well, like immediately when the first game started, I got pushed around, and I'm like, I ain't no fucking punk, so I'm gonna push back.
You're a brave man.
Yeah. So I stretched out as much as I could. I stretched before and after the game, but even when like I try to like go hard to like stop the ball or to shoot a shot, I stretched. I pulled I guess the back of my leg.
Those ligaments.
Yeah, those ligaments, and it's like, I blew up my fucking leg. So I'm like, okay, let's just switch out goalie because we were in the same team. So we're like, let's just switch out goalie. So we did that, and then what else happened? I did that, and I lost my train of thought. The fucking screen died. No, but I pulled my leg. Oh yeah, and then halfway through, I think it's because I was drinking a lot of water. My fucking abdomen was like hurting like a bitch.
You were drinking too much water.
I was drinking way too much water.
A key secret that I tell people, which is I think is hilarious that coaches won't do. I won't stay too long on this, but it's like best thing to do when you're playing sports. Yeah. Squirt water in your mouth. Don't drink it. Squirt water in your mouth.
It's just a dryness. That's it.
Yeah, and that's really what it is. So it's like it basically rehydrates your tongue, your mouth, and then you can keep swallowing the saliva. Because when you're dry and dehydrated, you can't swallow. Yeah. But if you squirt the water, swoosh it around, and then spit it back out. Don't drink it.
Yeah, that's honestly what I have to work on. Because like I do want to drink water, but I think I have to reserve that for after the game.
I don't drink water.
It's crazy because I get so dehydrated.
I could play in like 90-degree weather and not drink water.
It's just weird to me.
Yeah. If anything, I'll just do the squirt in the mouth, swish it around, spit it out. I'm used to it.
It's so fucking weird to me because like I feel like I can't breathe out of my fucking mouth.
Yeah. At all. I think like that's the best thing you could tell kids is don't get used to drinking water. Yeah. You'll keep going nonstop.
But even before the game though, like I was drinking water when we were getting there, but is it better to drink water like 2 hours beforehand just so you're hydrated, but then not drink throughout the game?
No, because then you still have that water in your system. You're still going to be like sluggish. Your stomach's still going to hurt. That's why if you notice, if you run around, you can hear the...
Yeah, you can hear it.
Stomach? Yeah. That's what it is. It's all that water in there.
Fuck.
So don't do that.
I didn't hear it then. It was just like I did drink water right before we started so I can get hydrated. That was a mistake.
There's no point because you're already indoors.
Yeah, well, no, it's just like I just hate the being dry, having a dry fucking mouth. I feel like
just do a little squish.
Just to swish it. That's what I'm gonna do for next time. So that happened. I got hit in the balls, and my balls are still pulsating like crazy. I was just like get a pain every once in a while, and then I slept so good after. Well, then let's talk about tomorrow. Fucking Saturday happened.
Well, that was Friday, yeah. So then we played sports. You slept good.
Slept really good. I did too. Good both days actually, not just that day, but both days.
I overextended my sleep. But so then we're going to Saturday now.
Show happens. Oh my god. So like I said, I hate going to see them, but when other people come, and this time Lily was going there with Kevin, and Kevin didn't show up. He had other stuff to do. But when Lily comes up, and then Blake rolled through, and then you came in, it made the night so much better. I was able to let loose. I was able to have fun, and we definitely fucking had fun. I mean, at least I did throughout the whole night.
The set was long.
Yeah, I didn't
think it was gonna be 3 hours.
Yeah, it's a 3-hour set, and my biggest thing is like I would talk to Lily about this too, and I already talked to the band like, why play 3 hours? Like your best set is literally the last, I can tell you which are your best sets and which or what to pinpoint. But why 3 hours? And like, oh, that's just what they want to do. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
I thought of it as each one had their hour set to themselves. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
So I thought first hour was for
it's pretty mixed.
Somebody,
Yeah.
And then the second hour was for somebody else's choice of music, and then the third hour is for somebody else's. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, it's pretty mixed. Honestly.
It was nice though.
Yeah, it was good.
It was like at some points where I'm like, because usually I'm typically used to having, like you, for example, like you have 1 hour or like an hour and a half, right?
Yeah.
I'm not used to being there for 3 hours.
No.
And being like, holy shit. Like,
not unless it's like a band that...
You didn't warn me about it either. You didn't tell me it was like going to be 3 hours.
I didn't.
Yeah. You just said it was just
I lied to you twice that night.
You lied a bunch of times. And I was just like, you're a fucking monster, dude.
Yeah.
You're the scum of the
I didn't want to be alone because I thought it was just... I mean,
if you told me it was 3 hours, I would have been like, all right. If you just told me that, like, hey, to be honest...
Well, I omitted that part. I omitted that part. But I didn't want to be alone that night because, like, Yoshi, I think, just told me, like... I think as we were going, they're like, yeah, I'm not going. I'm like, all right. I don't want to just be there by myself.
No.
Because what time did everyone else show up when we got there? An hour later.
The last hour.
That's what I'm saying.
The last hour.
I would have been there for just by myself, like fucking miserable.
Yeah. But, what's her name? Graham's girlfriend.
Nikki.
She did tell us, or tell you at least, to come up a couple times.
Oh, dude, she was one of the highlights of the night.
Yeah, she was a hype man for sure.
Yeah, she was fucking awesome.
She definitely like carried the crowd on her shoulders.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it was cool to see like, I guess Graham and the band perform.
Yeah,
Graham steals the show for sure.
Yeah,
he's definitely a performer. Like, out there, gets on it, puts on a good show.
Yeah,
and it's so nice to have also his girlfriend Nikki come along and be like, I got the crowd with us too.
Yeah, dude, she was really getting everyone like in there,
and I'm like, dancing, and I'm just like,
this was a fresh perspective.
It was a good combo for sure. Like, you have the performer, and then you have the person that brings in the crowd, and I'm like, this is a nice combo for sure.
Yeah,
super nice to have it.
No, it was great. So then that happened, and then when everyone else fucking showed up, I'm like, okay, now the fucking show starts.
Yeah, Lily's a fucking like savage,
dude. Fuck yeah, man.
She does have like that hype energy of like,
yeah, like, let's go. Yeah, as soon as she, and like that's what I'm like, I was waiting for her because me and her get into that shit. Like, we're on the same level of like, oh, we're there, let's fucking go at it. Like, let's fucking go hard and enjoy this moment. I'm like, fuck yeah, man. But yeah, when Blake got there, I'm like, okay, we got more drinks. I got super like buzzed at like half point, but like we got up to the stage and my ears are still fucking ringing. I didn't bring my buds that day.
Oh, mine's are. I had a trouble sleeping a little bit because it was ringing. Woke up, I was fine.
No, I usually turn on a red noise machine that helps me sleep, and it just like evened it out.
Yeah.
But in the morning when that thing stop, it's just like, fuck, it's still in my fucking ear.
Yeah.
Like even right now, it's like, I can't make it go away.
That sucks.
Yeah. But anyway, everyone else showed up. We had a really good fucking time. A lot of surprises that night. A lot of things that just happened, but overall, it was a great fucking time. Like that last hour when everyone came in was like the best time. That's what I was waiting for.
It was a really good.
That's what I don't like.
Music was good. Yeah, everybody was hyped and dancing was good.
Yeah, there were some parts where like the music actually. There was a couple stuff. I think I was telling you like the country stuff that they were doing. It's not my cup of tea. I don't listen to that stuff.
Yeah.
To me, that's their best set.
It was a banger. It was like not a banger, but it was just like head bobbing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't listen to country, but I was just like,
this is good.
But I also wanted.
And the way they were playing it. Yeah, the way they were playing it was good. Yeah. But it was honestly a really good time, and I don't like going to those shows, but if it's with Lily, if it's with Petra or like that squad, I'm definitely fucking there.
I've met them 3 or 4 times already now, and I've not still spoken to one of them.
Yeah.
I'm just like, we just know each other from the shadows. That's it.
Yeah, but like I think your thing is you have this problem with disassociation.
I'm just like,
yeah, you have this thing of like not talking to people because you feel like you don't belong in places. You feel like you might say the wrong thing, right?
It was that's for certain groups. I think for them, I don't really know, to be honest. I think it's already like to the point like we've seen each other's presence, we haven't spoken, And you'd assume after the second or third time you would.
Yeah.
But now after that, it's kind of just like somebody you just never get to speak. I'll see them at parties, but I'll just never speak to them.
Of course, yeah. For me, that's how I feel with like Kevin's group. So like, I just don't associate with them at all because I'm a fucking fossil compared to these youths peoples.
Yeah.
I'm fucking old. Yeah. I have nothing in common. Like I have things in common with you, but like I'd rather like with Lily. Lily's my age or like a little bit younger.
Yeah.
And we can actually talk about music and just fucking live in that shit. But with other people, yeah, it's hard to be like, I don't know what the fuck to talk to you about.
Yeah, like I said, like I told you, I didn't want to come off like intimidating or creep, but I still give off that energy because I think it's hard for me to open up to people that I don't know.
Yeah.
Unless I want to get to know them.
Yeah.
That's one of those things where it's like, oh, like this person, I want to be friends with them.
Yeah.
So like I walk up and I make friends, like have conversation. But then if it's the opposite way of like, I don't really want to talk to anybody, and now you're around people.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to be here. Like,
no, I feel it. For me, I'm like, I once I find my groove, I'm very open to people because I know what it feels like to be an outcast, but also to be like very talkative because that's how I used to be in college. So I got these crystals. I got this crystal, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see it right there. And I got that on yesterday before the show. So before I went to your thing, we went to the mall and I went to Con's McGonley Barbecue. It was my favorite fucking place to eat. You basically make your own food as a bunch of toppings and whatever the fuck. We went to the Rosewood Mall after that to walk it off because it's just a bunch of fucking calories at that point.
Yeah.
And then we saw this crystal shop and we went in there and then me, my sisters, and my brother or my siblings, I guess, we all chose a crystal that like they associated with. You know, I'm not like a super spiritual crystal guy or anything like that. Like I don't really delve too much deep into that shit.
Yeah.
But they were really into it. So I'm like, okay, if we're going to do this, then let's do it properly, right? And so we read up on what we were going to get. We got a healing crystal. We got all that shit. Yeah. I mean, it was mainly for them. So, you know, we blessed them, we cleansed them and everything through the day, at least the way I thought we were supposed to do it. And before we left, I put mine on and I had it throughout the whole night. So that night, I was telling you about this in the car.
Yeah.
There was these girls that were like really fucking cute at the show, and they were at the bar. So every time
I know them. Yeah.
Every time I went to go there, like they were just there, just kind of like eyeballing me, and I'm just kind of like, I'm just here to get drinks. I'm not here to talk to you. Mm-hmm. And then this one time though, I was like super giddy, and I was like, I was just like talking to people now, like talking to almost everybody. Oh, even before that, there was this fucking guy.
Oh, the dude.
This dude scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
So there was this guy that was we were on the side of the bar next to the speakers, on the wall I should say, and there was this guy behind me that like, I don't know if you know this, but like if we were standing on like right behind us would be like this little countertop, I guess, where like the bartenders could like put drinks and shit or whatever the fuck. It's like a window.
It's a little opening window dining little set.
Yeah.
Where you can see through the kitchen or see through the... basically it was their kitchen.
Yeah, it was like a little kitchen. Yeah. And they could set food and shit there. So the guy behind me like actually goes like this, and then his shoulder blade like pushes the drink that was on the corner and it falls on the fucking ground.
Yeah.
Like 2 minutes later, some guy comes right like here to my face. Like right fucking here.
Yeah.
And he's like smiling like this. He's going like this, and I'm like, do I fucking know you? And he's just like, hey, I heard you drop my drink. And I'm like, I think you have the wrong guy.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, I
thought you knew him.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, do I fucking know you? And he's just like, yeah, I like that drink. And I'm like, I'm sorry? And he's like, oh, well, it's all good. I'll let it pass. I'm like, first of all, it wasn't me. It was that guy. And I was trying to point to him. And then he pointed to you. And I'm like, okay, this guy's fucked up.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I couldn't hear him. And so when he was pointing to me, I was just like, he's telling him I'm his cousin. I thought it was like somebody from the band's family member.
But he was like...
And then he was... You were pointing
like
at the
COVID
other dude.
Did not matter to him. He was like right fucking...
You were pointing at the other dude, and I was like, wait, why is he pointing at him? I'm like, something's going on.
I'm like, that's the motherfucker that dropped your drink. Leave me alone.
Yeah. At that point, like, my blood started to boil.
Yeah.
Where I started to get mad. I was just like, yo, we got a fucking problem or what? Like, keep the shit moving.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, I was like starting to get mad. I was just like, bro, I was like, is there a fucking issue right now or what?
Yeah.
Like, do we have a problem? If not, like, get the step in, please.
Yeah. I'm not one to start problems. I'm just going to figure it out. And I got his vibe right away. Yeah. But you weren't able to hear him, so I could understand that you were just like, I'm ready to fucking throw.
Yeah, I was just like, I thought he was saying shit to you. I was just like, nah. But that wasn't the case.
No, so I'm like, it was that motherfucker. He fucking did it. And then he's like, okay, it's all right. It's just a drink. It happens. I'm like, What the fuck was the point of this?
In retrospect, he was just being really silly, and he was probably
he was doing that to everybody.
Yeah,
the entire night he was going around, and he was like, even like, okay, there's an opening to go to the bar. He would just block the opening, and I'm like,
he was picking up, somebody that he knew, a wife or like his sister or something.
Yeah,
she was completely gone.
She was fucked.
She was hammered. So he was just like, she was hanging on the like door. He was just still trying to get her to go.
Yeah.
She was holding on to the edge, not trying to leave.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, dude? I was like, that's so nuts.
There's some weird shit that was going on that night.
I was like,
that was one of the weird ones. And then so I go to this thing. So I go to the bar to go get a drink. And then like my crystal's out. I'm just like doing this or whatever. And I'm like, oh, where are you guys from? Are you guys having a good... Like, I was like, oh, I see the girl. And she's there, like the really pretty one. I'm like... are you guys having a good time? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, where are you guys from? She's like, oh, I'm just here with my friend. We're just doing this. And she's fucked up. She's like, yeah, what are you doing with this? And she grabs my crystal and she puts it in her mouth. And I'm like this. And she puts it back in my mouth. And I'm like,
So she like French kissed your crystal?
I guess. And I'm like, this crystal has power, so I gotta hide it.
Oh, no, you're the worst.
Yeah.
Did you like... think anything of it though at the moment where you're just like, I'm taking you home, or were you just like, what the fuck just happened?
But here's what happened, right? After that, you notice how like I don't know if you know this, but like they came up to the bar or like to like the front stage every once in a while. Yeah. But after that, she came by herself.
Yeah.
One of her friends, I think, was like in the bathroom, fucking just, fucking throwing the spirits
like shit after that night. Yeah, I saw her in the corner, like bent over, like
she was fucked.
She looked gone.
She looked like I mean, they had a great time, but but that girl though, after she did that, I was just like, and she was really fucking hot. So after she did that, I was just like, well then, what did I say? I think I just said like, what brings you here? And I was trying to spark up that conversation again. She's like, I'm just here with my friend. And then she kind of does like this little push motion away. I was like, see you later, because I got my drinks. And I'm like, all right, well, see you later, have a good night. And then I just went back, and then she followed us, or she followed me, I should say. Yeah. And then as I tried to like throw out the songs, I was like pointing at her like, hey, sing the songs, so let's go together, like I was doing with everyone. Yeah. And she wasn't feeling it, and I'm like, okay, all right. Well, I'm just gonna ignore you now, and I'm just gonna go this. But then she kept getting closer, and I'm like, what is happening here? Yeah, like I'm not trying to put the moves on, but you're just like, you're not responding to any of my things. So I'm like, okay.
Maybe she was just vibing.
I think she was just vibing.
She was just chilling. She already had that dude with her too.
Wait, after a while, they just went out, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. Doesn't matter. I'm not here to pick up chicks anyway. Yeah, because if I wanted to, it would be a different thing.
Yeah, you had your chance and you blew it.
Yeah, I think so.
She had the chance and blew it, man.
It's all good. I wasn't there to pick up chicks anyway. That's why I don't get too bummed out. But I was just like interesting how she put my crystal in her mouth and she put it back in mine. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on with these people? They don't respect COVID laws at all.
Yeah, I would be really, really angry if somebody did that. Like, what in your like, are you fucking like, no, I don't even know what I would say. I don't even know what I would think at the moment. I'd just be like, look at her, get my drinks, and then walk away. Yeah. I think, I would do the most By the way, did you notice that one person, too, that was... I think it was the bass player's family. Yeah. We were sitting at the table with them.
Yeah, what about him?
The blonde-haired lady that just looked so serious the whole time.
Well, she kept looking at us. Yeah. But, she wasn't looking at us, but she kept looking in our direction. Yeah. And she was looking at someone behind them, but she kept making eye contact with us. Yeah. Yeah. What about it?
She was so serious, and I remember when we sat down, she took the purse. She was taking everything. Dude, I did a stank face. I looked at her. I was like nobody wants your fucking shit. I waited. I waited until she made eye contact with me, and I was just like this. I was like, what the fuck? I ain't nobody wants your stupid purse. Yeah. I'm like, I got money in my pockets. I'm like, ain't nobody want this. So I'm like, but I get it though. Yeah. Because I would do the same shit.
Yeah, no, I would do the same shit.
I was just pissed because I was like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
So that shit happened, and I mean, all in all, do you regret going that night?
No, it was really fun. At the end of it, it was definitely fun.
We had an adventure even after that. as soon as we left that night, you were like, give me the keys. I need to go. Like, I need to warm up the car because it's fucking cold. And I'm like,
this man likes to be in the cold.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't mind it. But I was like out there talking to Blake and just like talking like if he died tonight, I don't want to look for another face. Like, I'm checking his levels. I'm checking to see if he's actually fucking coherent.
Yeah,
and he is. And I'm like, please don't fucking die. Like, I need you to be alive for these next songs.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, no, I'm not gonna die. I'm like, all right, cool, man. Well, whatever. Have a good night. See you later. But we did the Minnesota goodbye.
Yeah.
We take like
bye.
Yeah, we were like 30 minutes. So I would say goodbye. He would take 2 steps. We would take 2 steps back, but we'd still keep having a conversation.
Yeah, I fucking hate that, dude.
Yeah, that's a normal. I just got used to it with him, but there was so much to catch up on.
As you turn around, oh yeah, hey, I forgot about something, buddy.
That ass, like as he crossed the street, and I'm like, don't forget to listen to the song. It just came out, and
then he walks forward 2 steps.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I can't wait to like actually listen to it. And then he goes back to his car, and I'm like, oh, also, I'll let you know about the show. And he's like, yeah, man.
Jesus, something that you could text somebody, like, oh, hey, by the way, like,
I hate texting though.
Oh, lame.
I like to, because when you text, it's just when you call, it just there's no bullshit. It's just right away.
Yeah.
Everything you can say in a text and getting like making plans can just be done with like a simple phone call, less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you want to go here? Yeah. Okay. Bye. Click.
Yep.
Done. Instead of, hey, where do you want to go out to eat? To anybody.
Yeah.
3 hours go by.
Yeah.
Which
I feel like that's fine though, because I'd rather have that than to be like phone call and they ignore me. Yeah. And then you're just like, you motherfucker. Yeah. That one stings a little bit more than the text message of like, fuck you, dude.
I just prefer to call.
So then I'll start spamming. Like, oh, you ignored me once, here's 20 more times. Like, how about you ignore that, bitch?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just prefer to get it all done like as soon as possible so I can just move on with my day.
You got that girl's Snapchat? Did she add you back?
Yeah. Which she came, so she knew from it's nothing too big.
No, nothing too big. But it's just
but like so she knows Graham, Eugene, and Aaron from that mission trip that they went up with people, and Melina too. They all know each other.
I don't know who Melina is.
You never met her. It's Aaron's not partner, but like currently like really good friend.
Yes, I do actually. Your podcast.
Yeah, she's on my podcast for Twin Chickens.
Yeah.
A fucking dynamite person, like fucking awesome.
That's cool.
So she's coming back for Thanksgiving actually this week to do like a friend's potluck Thanksgiving.
That's cool.
Or something like that. But that's why she was there. That other girl was there too. And I'm like, I've never seen you before. Like, what's your name? And then I just talked to her, and then I was just like, hey, do you like seafood and some shit? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, let me get your Snapchat and then let's make plans.
Yeah.
She never added me back, but who knows?
You just said she did.
She never did.
Oh.
I added her on the Snapchat, but she has to add you back so that you guys could actually become friends.
I see. I got you.
I mean, in her eyes though, I'm just this fucking, I don't know. Like, I'm just a creepy Mexican dude. I don't know.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm like, I feel so weird when you ask for people to snap like that. In a sense, it's just like,
you just gotta. I mean, if they accept it, yeah, cool. But it's still on their side.
Yeah,
they're the ones that be like, hey.
And it wasn't anything like, romantically on your end, right?
No, I wasn't meeting chicks. I wasn't there to meet because
it was more of networking.
I put the moves. Right. You know what I'm saying?
More networking, more of like.
I had my cowboy boots on. I had my cowboy hat.
Oh Jesus Christ! Your belt.
I'm saying when I'm there to meet chicks, like my head game is on a different level. I act and I talk differently.
Yeah,
same. When I'm just having fun.
I like to flirt when I'm alone, when I'm independent and nobody sees me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, like I can flirt without having people behind me. Like, oh, what's this guy doing?
Oh yeah, because then they can be like not judging you, but like,
that's my thing. People cock block. They're fucking annoying.
I would never do that to you.
You fucking
as long as
liar.
Yeah, no. If you tell me like there's if you tell me that there's a girl that like, hey, like this girl's. That's why I told you immediately when we got there. I'm like, hey, these two girls are hot. These girls are hot, or whatever. Because you know where my mind's at. Like, he thinks these girls are attractive. But if you go to me and you're like, that is a person I need.
But the problem is if you say that, like, if you're like, these girls are hot, then you're like saying like you can't talk to these 3 girls.
No, I don't care.
Oh, okay. I was like,
no, I don't care until I tell you that. Hey, now I'm going to.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know this is my attraction level.
Yeah.
But like until I tell you like, oh, that one, that chicken head over there.
Yeah, this is the one I'm talking to. Like, don't talk to her. Mm-hmm. I don't know. When people say like I don't cock block, they're fucking cock blockers, dude. Because I feel like you have that initial reaction of just like stepping in to just be like, not like intentionally because you like that person, but to just fuck your friend over. Just to be like, I'm talking to her and be like, yeah, you know, he shit himself at like the 3rd grade, and then like walk away.
First of all, that person is not cool. That's fucked up.
But you do that as friends.
I've never done that to you, but like I'm just saying, like people that do that are fucked up. Like that's fucked up. I would never do that.
That's why Fernando's such a hype man, dude, with situations like that. Because Fernando's like, yeah, this dude owns like 3 Lamborghinis, and I'm just like, fuck no, I don't. But listen to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I would do. I'd be like, he has a truck, and he's got shoes.
Yeah, and it's funny because like this one time, like these girls we hung out with, they're like, oh yeah, he totally has like a fuckboy vibe like me. Yeah. And I'm like, what? I'm like the sweetest guy in the world. I'm like, I'm really nice. I have this intimidating like aura to me, but I'm really nice when you get to know me. Yeah. And Fernando goes like, no, this is the sweetest guy ever. The guy like is not a fuckboy, complete opposite. Yeah. And because we're like agreeing on it, they're like, nah, these guys are lying. They're typically lying. So now they're just like, they have this bad impression of me of like, well, that's fantastic. Now I'm like, now I have to be something I'm not. Yep.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's all good. Our timer did run out, but any closing thoughts? This is actually a really good podcast.
No, and then Sunday's today.
Sunday's today. I recovered. I slept at like, so we got, okay, those are the adventure that happened. This is my favorite part of the night, actually.
You said it was running. Time was running. So you gotta make it quick.
Yeah, so I went to we went to the gas station, and I had to pee every 5 minutes, so I step out of the car, I put in gas, and then I pee right next to the pump, and then we go to Quick Trip, and then I do the same fucking, I go to the bathroom in there. But like as we were driving back home, like, you should pull over. I need to take another piss. Yeah. And then it's until we got to your place, I just like whipped it out, and I'm just peeing. Not in front of you. You went to. Dude, you were backing up.
You peed in front of me.
No, you were reversing and you hit a trash can. Yeah. With my mirror.
With the mirror. It like nicked it, dude. It was so stupid. It like everything was so fine, and your fucking mirrors are like 20 feet away. It's like,
even as you were reversing. Sorry, I'm like yawning. Even as you were reversing, the way you were driving that night, I was like, this dude can drive. Yeah, like he can drive really well.
Oh, you know, baby.
So as you were like reversing, I'm like, I was gonna say like, man, I don't know how the fuck you're doing this. Like it's really good. And then boom, it just fucking falls.
I nicked the trash bin. It was so stupid.
It's fucking hilarious. So. Then I just go outside. I pee like right next to, like right behind the car, and then you just happen to walk by. You're like, "Are you peeing right now?" I'm like,
this is what happened. I got out of the car, went to go pick up the trash bin that I knocked, and as I'm turning back, he decides to pee like right in the direction that I'm walking toward, which made no sense to me. Like, could have peed anywhere else, like right next to the tree, behind my aunt's truck. Decides to pee like in my path. So as I'm looking to see like what is he doing. Literally see your penis. I'm just like dick out. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I was just like turned immediately away to get my stuff. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And you're like nonchalant about it. You're like, what? What? Like you're just like nothing fucking happened, dude. I'm like, dude, I just like, your dick is out. Put it away, my man, please.
I don't mean to do that in front of you. It was just like...
You don't mean to do that?
No.
Have you done it to other people?
No, I don't do that to anybody.
You're a fucking boss. So you scarred me.
No, I thought...
So that's the thing. You scar me. I
thought it was behind my car, though. I thought it was actually behind my car, and I was peeing there.
The door wasn't even open. Dude, that's the thing. It wasn't like chivalry. Like, you're literally door closed, dick out. Yeah. You're just like, huh? Like,
I was fucked up. I don't know what to say.
I'm traumatized.
In my defense, I never do that to people.
As you shouldn't.
As you shouldn't.
I like thought to myself for a second, maybe it's a joke. Maybe it's a prank. Like maybe it's a dildo or something. Like he's just joking. He's gonna be like, like look, it's a little wiener. Like, but fucking no. I'm like, oh man, it's actually dick. I'm like, great.
Oh,
like, we'll make it even. Like, let's go.
Let's go.
But no,
that show's funny. That was the highlight of my night. All right, cool. Any last thoughts? We're about to wrap up. Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it no more. I want to go home.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, that was it. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Peace.
I'm glad you came along, partner.